I'll start by saying your co-director, P. Serelo, Mr. Madake, when he was narrating the story of Jesus cleansing the temple, I began to say, is this man not stable to be part of us as chaplains? I extend my invitation to him so that he may be part of us. All the same, let me start by saying, by acknowledging Dara Matonko, who is our guest of honor today, Mr. Moropa, the bookmakers representative here present, the casino representatives also here present, the members of the police family, invited guests, comrades and friends. Warm greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I am really delighted to welcome you all to this important occasion, heralding the destruction of exhibits used in the commission of illegal gambling. Indeed, today, as in the days of Jesus, we are going to witness a holy cleansing. The occasion marks the genesis of a coordinated approach in fighting one of the oldest criminal acts of mankind, that is gambling. Yes, it is true. It is true that gambling is an age-old cancer that has had direct and indirect consequences to the well-being of every Zimbabwean. Here will be the efforts of this nature, which will definitely send tremors to the vice and its promoters. Illegal gamblers are quaking in their shoes as their days are numbered. It is sad and worth condemnation to behold how illegal gambling has been perpetuating crimes such as murders, robberies, domestic violence, and assaults, just to mention a few. It is worrisome how illegal gambling is poking its ugly nose into our youngsters who happen to be our future hope. Without getting much into the gist of our mission here, let me take this opportunity to welcome our valued guests from lotteries and gaming board and all staff from the police rank and file. With all due respect, I welcome and heartily appreciate the presence of our honored guests who have come all the way from their esteemed offices to grace this occasion. I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, to listen attentively to all words of wisdom that you are set to hear from our keynote address. It is said, learn or lose. What is to be destroyed here are artifacts of people who did not want to learn to do the right thing. Consequently, they have lost. With these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I call upon you now to relax, mask up, and fasten your seat belts as we are about to cruise into our today's exciting program. Catch every sizzling moment of the program. I thank you. Nyabongo, Twalumba, Marakose Chan, Asante Sana. Thank you.
My name is Malvin, and I'm standing in for the chairman of the Casino Operators Association, Mrs. P. Chuma, who couldn't join us today due to some commitments elsewhere. Our presentation is on the implications of illegal casino gaming. And this is what has actually brought us here all together. One, illegal casinos are a good source of money laundering. Money laundering is what our country is aiming at eradicating. With such establishments that have no monitoring, money laundering will increase. We are still in the period of the COVID pandemic, and with illegal gaming establishments proper protocols are not followed. This in turn can be a place of spreading the COVID because it's done in enclosed places. Also due to the fact that there is no inspection of such places by the authorities, such places are a hub of organized crimes, which include dealing in firearms and drugs. Our own children might be hooked into crime and drugs since these illegal places do not have age restrictions. All thereafter is money. Illegal casinos, they use fake slot machines, and in most cases, they use the computer games. These illegal gaming devices do not offer the standard odds to the players, and thereby cheating the players. There are no guarantees that the winners will pay their monies in full, and the players will have nowhere to report if ever they are not paid. Whereas in the legal industry, the gaming board will always attend to customer complaints and assist in rectifying the situations that affect both the operators and the players. Casinos operate under the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Lotteries and Gaming Board, who also rely on the taxes from the revenues collected by the casinos. This means that if the illegal casinos are allowed to operate, then very little revenues will be generated by the legal casinos. This in turn will trickle down to very little taxes paid to the authorities that govern the industry and the nation as a whole. Gaming levies and VAT are charged on a percentage of the gross income. So if the income is not very much, that means these taxes will be very little as well. When revenues are not great, the companies will always cut down on staff. And this means that some people will lose their only source of income, which is their jobs, and this will negatively impact on a lot of families. Without saying much, in conclusion, let's just say, let's get rid of illegal gaming houses and let registered operators continue to flourish our industry. That's the Zimbabwe that we want, whereby every transaction in our industry is above board and accounted for. Thank you.
This moment in time, we are going to be witnessing the destruction of these machines, which are actually in front of us. And may I request Chief Inspector Mlauzi and team so that they can come up front, and members of staff from the ministry and Lotteries and Gaming Board, as they will come. First and foremost, they will open these machines because there are coins inside.
Destroy, then a place which is suitable for burning will be agreed upon, so that the pieces that are going to be gathered here will be burned. So members from the media, may you capture every event so that members of the public will witness what has been happening here. So they are now using the board cutter to open these machines because they are locked. It is also imperative on us all, as members of the public, members of the security sector, whenever we visit any place and see or witness these machines in operation, please report to the police, because, like has been said in the speech by Mr. Law, they should be registered and they should be paying some tax to the government. But what these people are doing, they are simply collecting cash for their own use at the detriment of the economy. So we need every business, every individual who should be operating these machines to register first. When they are not registered, it means these machines are illegal and they should be confiscated, and also those operating them should be arrested. So that's the message from Zimbabwe Republic Police. Please help us. And we've also realized that because of these machines situated in various shops, various business premises, our children are now taking time to be abused through the use of these machines. It's either they won't concentrate at school, they won't be actually doing any homework at home, they won't be listening to their parents or guardians because they will be taking their time to be operating these illegal machines. So let us help one another and make sure that we get rid of these machines through reporting to the police. I think we're not done with the opening of the machine. So let us be patient enough. We've got only one instrument to display these machines. This event has been made possible through coordinated efforts by various departments, including Zimbabwe Public Police. So we would like to thank every effort from every individual, from various associations, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and Zimbabwe Public Police for making sure that this event is a success. But however, we are simply sending a message to all those who are in the illegal business of gambling that their time is up. Once we find you will suffer the consequences of the law. And this is what the law is now doing. This is law in operation, and let us advise our friends and relatives that never should they engage themselves in this illegal business, but rather they should follow the procedure of registering these machines in order for them to be in operation. May I also continue talking to you with respect to the crimes that we all face each and every day. The issue of rape cases. Rape cases are actually worrying to everyone, including the police. Please make sure that we keep our babies, our children safe all the time.
But why we are here today is because we're having to witness an occasion where we are putting the right foot forward and taking a position, and a position which is unadulterated, a position which is not bastardized, but just critically clear. It is with a heavy heart that I address you, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather to double and cast in stone our resolve to say no to illegal gaming within our jurisdiction. At crucial a time when we ought to be the answer to life and not the problem to it. Illegal gambling is not good news to legitimate operators, and neither does it amuse the authorities. In that regard, it has to be frowned at by all progressive citizens as well as players. If allowed to prevail, ladies and gentlemen, there is indeed no winner. Yet this is within our power to nip in the bud this scourge. Consequently, do not be an uninterested passenger in this journey where we are saying no to illegality in all its forms as well as dimensions. For that reason, it is really within our power to put a dent on the universe by putting the right foot forward as we say no to illegal gaming in all its forms. Ladies and gentlemen, legitimate gambling is a pillar to society and government revenue streams. Leakages that come with illegal gaming are then not only evil, but destructive to both the socio-economic fiber and standing of a nation. For that reason, we need the missionary zeal to flush out this scourge. This takes all of us. It requires all of us, ladies and gentlemen, you and me, for steam does not drive an engine unless if it is confined. Ladies and gentlemen, be reminded that it takes both rain and sunshine to make a rainbow, and no step is ever too short. We will because we are saying we can. This is about our attitude towards the problem. But then William James says, the greatest discovery of my generation is that people can alter the destiny of their lives by altering the attitude of the mind. This is within us to deal with finality. Ladies and gentlemen, as much as we talk of community policing, in which we envisage a police force or a police service that does not flex a heavy hand on its citizens, what we need to appreciate clearly is that community policing is not a hug the thug. No, it is not. Be guided by Newton's laws of motion, the second law, which says, to every force, there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Criminality has no place within progressive communities. To that we are saying no to illegal devices as we pursue our mantra that says, Lotteries and Gaming Board promoting fair gambling, which dovetails into the thinking that what you believe in, always say it as loud as you can. This is what we are doing here. We are saying it as loud as we can. And we are saying no to illegal gaming devices. There is no fairness, ladies and gentlemen, that comes with smuggling unapproved gambling devices that have no integrity, and to that our position is clear. Ladies and gentlemen, we will descend heavily on such errant citizens as we did today, who seek to cause unnecessary hemorrhage to our economy, promote money laundering, and deflate all efforts towards the attainment of the 2030 national vision. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have a role towards attainment of the upper middle income status as espoused by the head of state. Any illegality that derails efforts towards attainment of our national priorities is thus condemned. We all say no. Put the right foot down and ensure perpetrators are dealt with. No matter who they are, no matter their status in life, we need to work together, ladies and gentlemen, as we seek to better the livelihoods of our people. Nyika inovakwa neve nevayo. This is not through criminality and illegality. Progressive citizens should always seek to join hands, denounce and deplore any activities that are not progressive to the ideals of the nation. As a nation, let us be motivated by the view that iweneni tinebasa, each in his own way. As we seek to engage in a transformative gear in order to improve the status of our industry, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to say we inevitably need sufficient calories of interest and commitment to come together and destroy all mechanisms and criminal tendencies within the gaming industry. The attitude to deal effectively with illegality within our industry is about all of us, the operators, the regulators, law enforcement, and indeed the players who need a fair return to player. If we do not reconfigure, realign our attitude, we will choke off all prospects for sustainable economic growth. We will fail to improve the livelihoods of our people at a critical moment when the head of state is advancing the need not to leave anyone behind. Once our attitude is suspect, then we will only promote the vicious cycle of gambling. That is, gambling and gambling, no decent wins, yet submerge into pain and poverty. This we can avoid, ladies and gentlemen, by instituting appropriate interventions such as knowing your clients and their spending patterns. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the power to rise as an industry. It takes none but ourselves. And Bob Marley will say, none but ourselves can set ourselves free. It is within us. We need to play the black and the white of the piano to produce the type of sound, the type of music that will excite our ears within our industry. Team does not drive an engine, ladies and gentlemen, unless it is confined. Applying ourselves, we'll find ourselves rewrite our script because we need to elevate our game to world standards. Ladies and gentlemen, let us share a unique strength and conviction within our bone and nerves and declare that illegality in all its forms has no place within our industry. My appeal to you, ladies and gentlemen, is to be on the lookout of such devices and raise the red flag. We cannot have unscrupulous by night operators ripping our punters of their hard-earned dollar in anticipation of a fair return to play. Yet that will remain a goose chase. Ladies and gentlemen, Shesheni, Twalumba, Obrigado, Asante sana, I thank you, Gatenda.
May I start off by acknowledging the board member representing the board chair, Mr. Eddie Matongo, representing the players in the gaming industry. All we can say is thank you very much. All we want is a fair, level playing field. And it looks like that field is being made fair. So we thank the leadership from the Lotteries and Gaming Board, the law enforcement, by making sure that no illegal gambling will continue to happen. So we thank you very much and would like to encourage you to continue walking the talk. We are seeing it in action. Thank you very much. Well done.
Those were actually, that was a vote of thanks for everything that has been done here. We believe your presence has ignited this event and made it possible. I would like to thank everyone for coming and for gracing this event, and also not forgetting the media fraternity. We believe the world is guided to see what happened today because of you.
Let me pray. Ababela kudenga tunotenda tatenda nebasa rino tatenda baba nokutidzidzisa zvakavanzika zvenyu. Tinoonga Mwari wamasimba ose, titiwanirai nyasha, rambai muchitidzidzisa your knowledge. We want to be men and women of valor. Mwari wamasimba ose, kuti zvinhu zvese zvibude munyika yedu Baba zvakanaka. Zvinoda Baba vakarurama. Righteousness Baba wamasimba ose ngaive munyika yedu. Tinopa mbiri Baba kwamuri muzita raJesu Kristu. Amen.